Banshees can't be far behind. Those ladies like to stick together.
Additional units have become available, Commander.
Still a 3 cap in Vindicare's favor. Finally, a Wraith Guard out on the field. It's a curious choice. And a Predator coming in for VindicareX. So maybe Tex had an idea that Vindicare was going straight for the tier 3 push and grabbed the Wraith Guard in preparation for the inevitable Predator. Assault Space Marines just kind of waiting for a moment to strike. Not going to engage those Banshees quite yet, waiting for the support of their commander. A merciless strike that didn't appear to hit or knock down anybody right there. But with the support of the Force Commander's battle cry and the hop in, they're still lost 1 model. Predators coming onto the field. And Wraith Guard moving up as well. Looks like they're going to get interrupted by that Force Commander there a little bit. That tank will have to back off. Will be able to kite fine, but isn't going to be able to hang out and engage those Banshees. Wraith Guards got pushed back. Just purchased a Warlock. And we got some Warp Spiders coming in. Excellent all-around units there. Probably going to grab a Haywire Grenade. I'm not sure if Tex realizes the scouts are back here right now. Yep, it looks like he's homing in on them. Those need to get out of there pretty much immediately if they hope to survive. He's going to go for the cap and instantly retreat. This Banshee's still going to do a lot of damage, but scouts are pretty darn quick, so they're not going to have any trouble getting out of there. The Wraith Guard, as you can see, capturing the center point. Assault Marines gonna hurt that Shuriken Cannon. Might very well kill it. Nope, it looks like, very fortunately, by the suppression, that last Assault Marine was not able to home in and finish off and take the last swipe at that Shuriken Cannon. Very fortunate for Texaneous. He could have been down a squad there. We've got the Predator. Looks like it took a Haywire Grenade from the Warp Spiders and now is suffering the slashes of the Autarch's Executioner Blade. The slow effect's worn off and we got scouts coming in to do a quick patch job, so that Predator's gonna remain intact as of now. Banshee's kind of hanging around up here just waiting for their next orders, and Tex has done a good job of taking back control of the map here. The Wraith Guards and Shuriken Cannon really locking down the bottom point. Not too much he can do against that with the base. Texas base right there to fall back on. Autarch and Banshees just hanging out together the entire game. They do have excellent synergy between the Autarch's passive, ours, and her leap. Here goes the heal right there, and the buff getting them ready to move into combat, probably against this Predator. You can see his Warp Spiders are getting into position with the rest of his group, and distracting with the Warlock as he moves in on that Predator. He's going to try to distract the Force Commander and get him out of the fight before he engages the rest. Meanwhile, tanking the majority of the rest of his army with his Warlock. Definitely good usage of the hero there. It's really excellent. What the Warlock's for is disruption, not necessarily straight up damage dealing, but needs to disrupt the other army while the Eldar army can do its work. Unfortunately, that ruse didn't quite work out for him. The Force Commander is now back, but we do have a second Predator on the field. Vindicare just has a major resource advantage over Tex right now, and I don't think this is going to be able to handle 2 Predators. He chooses to fall back after losing a couple of his ladies there. And the Autarch just waiting for some reinforcements, as despite her awesome ability, she is not going to be able to take on 2 tanks, Assault Marines, and a squad of scouts. Tex is going to be hard pressed here. He's down to under 100 victory points, and 2 tanks on the field with really no answer. He needs to get these Wraith Guards up here. Let's see if they can pull anything off. Under the fire, 2 tanks. He's still not going to be able to do that. Had to fall back, lost the Warlock there. Meanwhile, the Force Commander teleported in and scared off the Shuriken team, once again barely escaping with its life. That is a very lucky Shuriken Cannon team. We have another Wraithguard squad coming into the field here. It's down to 2-0. If Tex doesn't capture this pretty much right now, the Force Commander finally goes down. 2 squads of Wraithguards, 2 heavy range squads, and two heavy melee squads, so we're going to see how this goes. This is pretty much going to be Tex's last push unless he can take the map back, but he's got to do it essentially right now. He could certainly do it with the forces he has. Those Wraithguard and Banshees should make short work of this army right here so long as he can move in, but he's got to do it quickly. He has a mere essentially 20 seconds left before he has to capture a point. It looks like his Warp Spiders will be able to capture this point and bring it. Brought the victory points back to a neutral position and warped out. Autarch's gonna try to take this point and get a few more in his favor. Meanwhile, the Wraithguards are going to come in and move into a killing position on these tanks. Autarch able to decap, but that's it, just barely escaping. Went ahead and popped a distort on her to make sure that she got out of that. And here comes the barrage. Oh, that was beautiful, just annihilating that Tactical Marine squad. And now going to be able to move in on that tank unhindered. Tex is going to grab the VP and try to smash these tanks. There goes one volley. Not a lot of damage. Really need to use that attack round with the Wraithguard. Let's see if he gets another shot. Unfortunately, he's just not going to be able to take those tanks out. The damage output on those 2 Predators is a bit too high. He doesn't want to take unnecessary losses with these Wraithguards. Gonna pull back. Once again, the Assault Space Marines trying to capture this bottom point. It looks like, however, he's just chasing these Wraithguard back into the base, trying to get a couple model kills. Assault Terminators on the field. That'll probably seal the deal. He doesn't have too much to deal with those. They don't give too much about those Wraithguards. He's going to capture this point. Tech's still trying desperately to hold on to the VPs. And the Autarch and Banshees rolling around. Probably going to try to come down and maybe deal with these Assault Terminators pretty soon. The Wraithguard just hanging out in base, waiting to get their last couple reinforcements so they can deal with these 2 Predators. Vindicare just did an excellent job early game of holding the map and keeping a resource advantage over the Eldar, and that's really what you've got to do. If you can hold out till... have a good tier 1 and hold out till tier 2 when you can really bring some hurt with Space Marine, that's always the way to go about it. It looks like the victory points are ticking down, and that's going to be it for Tex. Did manage a decap at the cost of his Shuriken Cannon platform, but these Assault Terminators just going to smash these Banshees into the ground with the Thunder Hammer. And the Autarch is going to manage to get away here. The Banshees, meanwhile, taking them down to about half health. Terminators decide to opt out of that one. Getting into a better position, and that's the game. You can see a nice little shot here. Wraithguard volley, or maybe that's a haywire grenade on this Predator here. Not a particularly good game for Tex. Once tier 2 came around, he was really just never in position to put a hurt on the Space Marine, and the 2 Predators came out. He had no real AV option to deal with that directly until late game, and just by then it was too late. The VPs were down. Anyways, that's going to be the game. Once again, this is Red-Rupee. Thanks for watching. We'll have some more replays up for you soon. Of course, if you like it, feel free to subscribe, and I'll catch you later.